There will always be talented track athletes, but maybe none will rise as quickly as Erriyon Knighton. His main event being the 200 meter, he once said in an interview that he wants to break the 19-second barrier. And because of the 200 meters untapped potential and room for improvement, improving the world record isn't out of the question. Although we will see if Noah Lyles meets his goals and makes it even harder for Erriyon to acquire a world record time in his career. But we must keep in mind he is only 19, so everything he has done is fairly new. Erriyon Knighton was born January 29, 2004 in Tampa. Since he is so new to the fame and athletics world, we don't know a lot about his childhood or even his family's names. And we should respect people's privacy. But we do know some about his high school career at Hillsborough High School. Before he signed up for track, his sport was football and played wide receiver. He seemed interested in joining the NFL, having college offers from very strong schools. His first season of track ever was his freshman year, only because his football coach saw how unbelievably fast he was. In an interview, he said that if you were to ask him what the 100 meters was, he would have no clue. At one of his first track meets ever, he ran a 25.44 second 200 meter, probably because he was getting used to running in meets. A month later, he ran a 22.66 second time in the 200 meter and a 11.59 second in the 100 meter. He could have run the 100 much faster, but the wind was recorded as -2.4. As the years progressed, he only got faster and continued to be a dual sport athlete. But when the pandemic restricted many sports practices, he decided to stick with track. Being way faster than everyone else, he cruised through high school track, destroying the 15 through 16 year old group record with a time of 20.33 seconds in the 200 meter, the previous record being 20.62 from Tyrese Cooper. In January of 2021, he decided to turn pro before he even graduated high school. He followed this change up with a 9.99 with a tailwind of 2.7, making him the third high school sprinter to ever go sub 10 in all conditions. 5 months later, he broke Usain Bolt's U18 record in the 200 meter with a time of 20.11, which improved Bolt's time by only 0.2 seconds. This time also qualified him for the Olympic trials. Then, at the Olympic trials, he ran a 19.91 in the semifinals, which beat the U20 record. The next day, during the finals, Erriyon Knighton clinched third in a time of 19.84, which meant he was going to the Tokyo Olympics. Keep in mind, he was only 17 and had not graduated high school yet. A fun fact is that he was the first high schooler since 1972 to represent Team USA at the Olympics. And at the Olympics, he ran a 19.93 to place fourth. 1 year later in 2022, something crazy happened. He ran a 19.49 as his season opener. This time set a new U20 world record. And when you look at all the U20 200 meter best times, you will see that Erriyon Knighton owns the top 11 spots. Sadly, that was his fastest race that season. That season, he also ran in the World Championships where he came in third with a time of 19.8, losing to Noah Lyles and Kenny Bednarek. This current season, he has his eyes on timing his season properly, opposed to last season where he opened with a 19.49. And surprisingly, early this season he also ran a 100 meter running a 9.98 and a 400 meter running a 46.15 at USA Track and Field Championships in Eugene, Oregon, where he ran a 19.72 with a wind of -0.1 to place first. The unfortunate thing about this race is that we did not get to see Noah Lyles run versus Erriyon. To summarize his notable achievements so far, they are 19.84 seconds for the U18 world record. He holds the top 7 U18 200 meter records, 19.49 for the U20 world record. He holds the top 11 U20 200 meter records and could expand that number, and he is 5th all-time in the 200 meter. Erriyon Knighton is undoubtedly one of the best 200 meter runners because of his extreme focus towards this event. He plans to eventually run fast enough so that he can get the world record and possibly break the 19-second barrier, but many are doubtful of whether or not it is even possible to achieve such a time. I also have to mention, I do feel this video could be a little premature because he's only 19 and has a long way to go, whether that means he regresses or progresses. I think if he continues to work hard and dedicates himself even more, he may see greatness, but time will tell. Let me pose you with a question. Do you even think it's possible to break 19 seconds in the 200 meter? If you like this video, subscribe and like so more people can find it.